and saying, look, we know this thing is costly. It takes a village to raise a child. How about we find a way to take care of each other's children? That's how I was raised, right?
Right.
So I think that there are really sort of communal ways that we can address these costs that are also low cost. I think a lot of times people look at stuff like this and like, oh my gosh, this is another $100 on my bill or whatever like that. But I think for us, it's really just about getting in community and identifying what those costs are and addressing those head on. Yeah.
We have to go.
Oh no!
You got to come back.
So come back.
Oh yes.
Come back.
Thank
This
you
is a
so
conversation worth continuing.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
so
Thank you.
honored. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Nora. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to be here.
Thank you.
That's Anna Gifty Opuku Agyemen. She's the author of The Double Tax, How Women of Color Are Overcharged and Underpaid. Also, Nora Melinda. She is a Bloomberg Television markets correspondent.
All right, everybody. Come back soon. All right, Carol Massar, Tim Stanovic. Just a quick reminder of how we wrapped up on this Thursday. Interesting day, definitely more of a risk-off trade.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 1.5% lower on the S&P 500 at the close. Same story, Tim, for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. NASDAQ 100, even a deeper. And we saw some selling into the close, down about 1.7%.
Yeah, a different day
on the day.
Certainly a different day than we've seen with the volatility. We've seen intraday volatility, but we've seen the dip buyers come in. The S&P 500 today had its worst day in a month. It's at levels last seen, Carol, going back to November of 2025.
Yeah, and I keep thinking, don't forget we've got at 8:30 a.m. Wall Street time an inflation print. It is the Fed's preferred inflation gauge. I believe it's for a read. Let me just pull it up here. I think it's for January. So once again, it's some older data. But for me, I think these are, even though they're older, it's pre-war. It's just a reminder of kind of where inflation was ahead of it, because we know right now.
By Avalon Purnell. She's Bloomberg News equities reporter. Hey, Avalon.
Hi. Well, we can go ahead and get started with
Let's do
some
it.
after the market moves. Ulta is falling about 8% today. Post-market, that's after they reported earnings that kind of fell short of expectations. Earnings per share for the fourth quarter fell slightly short, and the midpoint of its full year EPS forecast also missed estimates. Analysts really expected to see a solid holiday demand for gifting, but now we're getting back to that question of like, how healthy is the consumer?
Yeah, I mean, Ulta, ticker ULTA, down more than 8%. I mean, this has kind of been a gem. I mean, it's a stock that's still up about 3% year to date.
This was supposed to be, this was the stock, right?
We all need our beauty stuff, I'm just going to say.
True.
Let's go to Adobe, another aftermarket. ADBE is the ticker.
Yes, that stock is sliding about 6.6% post-market. That's after, despite having a pretty good quarter, Bloomberg Intelligence is writing that the CEO's transition, he's planning to go ahead and head out, he's resigning, is overshadowing a pretty steady first quarter performance. And it also brings up additional questions about how software companies are going to be able to deal with this question of AI.
Yeah, I think we keep wondering, how that is. That stock's down about 23% year to date, so we're continuing to see some pressure. I know. Hallelujah, you went through the press.
Oh, no.